How's it going, guys? Cell9's been working on some different kind of plugins for his new updated NTR Preview 4. He added post-processing plugin support, which is really cool, which means we're able to draw elements onto the screen after the game's been rendered, pretty much. What can we do with that, you may ask? Well, we've already got 3 different things that have already been done. Now, one of them actually utilizes RAM reading. So in Monster Hunter Generations, somebody's created a plugin that creates a health bar for the bosses on the lower screen, and it's accurate too. It goes down as the boss's health goes down. That's an interactive extra element that's being added on top of this game by homebrew and mod users. That's insane, dudes. I mean, mod support for games is already pretty crazy, but overlay plugins that can actually read into what's going on inside of a game or the system and be able to draw different things onto the screen accordingly, dude, freaking awesome. So, Cell9's created a plugin that allows you to see your battery and the time up in the corner of the top and the bottom screen, which is really cool. So now you can see your battery and the time while you're playing the game. Maybe you're trying to keep track of that in Animal Crossing and you don't want to press the freaking home button. I don't know, dude. Convenience, am I right? It's pretty freaking nice. But what really tickled my fancy was an FPS plugin that you just added. So what the FPS plugin does is, well, I'll show you. You see the FPS counter right there? Basically, it shows the actual frame rate of the game as it's playing in real time, which is really cool. Now, most games are obviously going to run fluently, but there are some games that may not actually run that fluently. Also, if we turn on the 3D function, or the volume, if we turn on the 3D function, the frame rate actually dips. So we can actually get some accurate readings of how much frames are actually affected when you turn on the 3D feature. I'm talking about looking at Pokemon. Some of those higher intensive games could really benefit. I mean, it's not like we're gonna fix the problem, but just to be able to see how much it actually affected is pretty cool. On the SD card, you're supposed to download the different plugins and you're gonna put them in the game folder, and then they're gonna operate when the game is launched. So whatever you put in the game folder gets launched when the game starts. Let's start up some Hyrule Warriors Legends. Hopefully it starts in new 3DS mode. So I mean, it's pretty simple. You have your FPS counter up here. It counts the FPS in real time. It is also on the bottom screen as well, just in case you're blind. But you get both doses. I don't know, I kind of don't like it on the bottom screen, but maybe there'll be an option in the future to turn that off, or maybe it's just mandatory, I don't know. So for more intensive games like Xenoblade Chronicles, I could see this being a pretty neat little utility to have, just to see what the frame rate is, see how much 3D actually affects games. So here we are in game, we're running almost at a solid 30 frames per second. I remember this was one of the games that had frame rate issues on the new and old 3DS, and you know, it's pretty close to 30 frames per second. It's not exactly 30 frames per second, so there are some, you know, inconsistencies with it. Of course, with the old 3DS, there is definitely some inconsistencies with it. I ran this in old 3DS mode, and it was so bad that the audio actually stuttered. That is pretty crazy. What do we need here? We need us a bow and arrow. So when we turn the 3D mode on, we'll turn that on. The frame rate is fairly significantly affected. We're running at least 5 to 10 frames lower than we were originally running. See, we're running at a 21 frames per second right now. That's pretty freaking a tough hit by the 3D mode, so it's pretty recommended you don't play this game with 3D mode. But just the fact that we're able to see these statistics for a technical person like myself, I really appreciate this. And I'm sure there's some other technical viewers actually watching this that would appreciate it themselves. I'm wanting to do some comparisons for different games to see just how much the 3D actually affects games. I think that would be a pretty cool video to see. But yeah, really cool, this post-processing plugin support that Cell9 added. Like, it's seriously just a really cool thing to see and experience. Just like the Flux mode, I'm pretty sure the Flux mode is part of this whole system, post-processing the screen's colors. So yeah guys, really cool to be able to see your FPS in game thanks to this new plugin support in NTR custom firmware. Let me know in the comments section below if this is something you're interested in. Are you a technical minded person and could appreciate this kind of plugin? Are you just excited for more plugins in the future? Let me know all that and more in the comment section below. By the way guys, this is kind of a different kind of video that I'm doing. It's more focused on just small mods and quick little things in the modding scene that are kind of interesting. Let me know also if you wouldn't mind if you kind of like this series, and I might just do more. I don't know. Anyways guys, please like it up, subscribe it up, and I'll catch all of you guys future videos and live streams. Peace out, crew.